Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Zach Seidel. I'm Deputy Mayor Communications for Mayor Bass. Today we are here to announce the mayor's selection for Chief of the Los Angeles Police Department, making an announcement to make all of Los Angeles safer. We are first going to hear from the President of the Los Angeles Police Commission, Dr. Earl Suthers. Following that, we'll hear from Mayor Bass, and following that, we'll hear from the next Chief of Police, Jim McDonnell. After remarks, I'll take questions from the side, and I just want to make sure everybody has background materials as well as a press release that has been passed out. I see some thumbs up. With that, we'll get started. Dr. Suthers.
Thank you, Zach. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here for this historic moment. Today is the culmination of a nationwide search for the finest leader to serve and protect the people of Los Angeles and to lead the department, say the finest police department in the world. The chief of police is essentially the CEO of the department. That makes the Los Angeles Police Commission akin to the department's board of directors. And one of our most essential duties is helping to lead the selection process that brought us here today. This process included a recruiting firm, the city's personnel department, my fellow commissioners, and the commission staff, and input from the community leaders and the Los Angeles residents. I want to thank you for all participating in this monumental decision for our city. As a body, our commission stands with Mayor Bass and her firm commitment to reducing crime, growing the Los Angeles Police Department, improving officer morale, and building the future of public safety here in Los Angeles so that every Angelino feels safe and is safe in their neighborhoods. And today's announcement surges us forward toward those commitments. We also share Mayor Bass's relief that the trust between law enforcement and the people they're charged to protect and serve is an essential pillar in democracy, and I know that trust will become stronger after today. On behalf of the Board of Police Commissioners, I'd like to thank Mayor Bass for her confidence, patience, and support during this process. I commend her decision to appoint Jim McDonnell as chief, and I'm grateful for his willingness to serve. Chief McDonnell understands the need to embrace the guardian mindset, both within the department and with the public. I've spoken with many people who have worked with him during his career, and the descriptions I hear have consistently included honest, seasoned, and a man of integrity. These are essential leadership traits we will need to continue to transform the department while addressing the near and far challenges we will face in the coming years. Thank you all for being here, and thank you, Mayor, for your support.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
First, let me begin by thanking Chief Dominic Choi. I want to thank Chief Choi, and your experience and steady leadership have been invaluable to me and to all of Los Angeles. I also want to recognize you, Chief Choi, for your more than 20 years of service to our city. And I'm grateful that you will continue, you're not going anywhere, you will continue to serve in a role as Assistant Chief. Every day, you and every officer of the LAPD pin on that badge and shield Angelinos from harm, and we thank you all for your service. From the beginning, I have been clear. My top priority as mayor is to ensure that Angelinos and our neighborhoods are safer today than yesterday. Simply put, public safety is job number one, and it's personal for me. I spent years treating patients at Los Angeles County Emergency Room. I saw the consequences of crime up close. I saw the devastation that gunshot wounds, knives, and fists did to people's bodies, and I saw the impact on the families left to pick up the pieces. That inspired my work as a community organizer to prevent crime in the first place, and it continues to drive me today. Today, we are making sure that Los Angeles has the right leader in place and I will make sure that the LAPD and our new leader has the support that is needed to build toward the future of public safety in the nation's second largest city, and to prepare Los Angeles for what's ahead, to welcome the world to our city. So therefore, to reduce crime and make LA safer by growing and strengthening the LAPD, building up community relations, and ensuring that our city is prepared, I have selected Jim McDonnell to serve as the 59th Chief of Police of the Los Angeles Department. Chief McDonnell is one of America's finest police professionals. He graduated from our own police academy at the age of 21 and rose through the LAPD ranks to become the first assistant chief. He was then appointed as chief of police in Long Beach and elected to serve as the sheriff of LA County. Chief McDonnell is a nationally recognized thought leader on public safety, which is why he was appointed to serve as director of USC's Price School of Public Policy's Safe Communities Institute. Chief McDonnell is a leader, an innovator, and a change maker, and that's what we need in LA. I'm appointing Chief McDonnell because he and I have aligned in our desire to change the direction of Los Angeles by preventing crime in the first place, responding urgently when crime takes place, and to hold people accountable and bring down crime. Together, we will grow and strengthen LAPD. We will achieve this by recruiting and hiring new officers and by improving officer morale to keep officers on the job and on the front lines. And we will deploy more officers on the street by modernizing LAPD's technology and cutting old-fashioned bureaucracy. Together, McDonnell and I will also strengthen relationships with the community. The community and our officers should always be allies in keeping our neighborhoods safe. Different strategies, we know, are required for different neighborhoods, and Chief McDonnell understands the complexity of Los Angeles. LA is an international gateway. We are the nation's second largest city. This is earthquake country, and we're hosting the 2026 World Cup and the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games. After visiting France and seeing the games, the magnitude of what LA needs to prepare for is crystal clear to me. And I trust that Jim McDonnell will make sure that we are prepared and vigilant for anything that comes our way. This day is the culmination of a national search for the right leader to partner with me and the officers of the LAPD to reduce crime and take LA in a new direction, to transform the department, to prepare for the world, and to keep Angelenos safe every day. I want to thank Jim's family, Kathy, Megan, and Alex, who are here with us today. Thank you. Assistant Chief, LAPD, Chief of Police in Long Beach, elected by the people of Los Angeles County to serve as the sheriff, is now returning home to LA to serve as the 59th Chief of Police. Chief Jim McDonnell. It's all yours.
Thank you. Well, certainly, thank you very, very much, Mayor Bass, for your confidence. I can say during my tenure across LA County's 3 major policing agencies, I've had the opportunity to work with many, many mayors. And Mayor Bass, your efforts on public safety reflect thoughtful, compassionate, and solution-oriented approaches to policing, and we're thankful for that. You've attended more roll calls than maybe any other mayor in the city's history, and your engagement has not gone unnoticed. I greatly appreciate your confidence in me, and I look forward to working closely with you to make Los Angeles a safer city each day. I'm joined here today by my wife, Kathy, my daughter, Megan, and her husband, Alex. My daughter, Kelly, and her husband, Nick, and their family are on the East Coast, but are here in spirit. I began the LAPD Academy 43 years ago. And I pause when I say that because I just can't wrap my head around that. That is a long time. I love this city, and I understand the modern-day challenges our officers face in trying to protect it. To our LAPD officers, I thank you. You answer the call, you perform your duties with dignity, and you hold each other to the highest professional standards. Standing before you here today is a dream realized. It's a tremendous honor to lead the men and women of the LAPD. We will work hard to make sure that you are supported with your work to be able to keep all Angelenos safe. In simplest terms, my goals are to enhance public safety, to grow our department back to full strength through a solid recruitment and retention campaign, to strengthen public trust, the foundation of all we do, to further develop community relationships and to be able to take that to new levels, to ensure respectful and constitutional policing practices in all that we do, and to prepare our organization and our partner agencies for the many challenges that face us ahead. As I prepare to take this role, I bring with me a comprehensive understanding of public safety from law enforcement, academic, and business perspectives. In the next 5 years, the eyes of the world will be on us. Los Angeles will host the World Cup, it will host the Olympic and Paralympic Games, we'll host a Super Bowl and an NBA All-Star game. Our department and our city will be showcased, and we will be prepared. What a great opportunity that is for all of us in LA. I look forward to working with Chief Choi, and again, thank you, Chief Choi. He's probably the happiest guy here today. And I thank the entire LAPD team for all that's been done and all that we will do together to make Los Angeles an even safer city and to make every member of our department proud of our organization. I know that Mayor Bass is committed to making Los Angeles a safer city each day and will support our efforts, and I'm thankful for that. The reason I'm here today is because I believe in her commitment. We will face our challenges together. To those considering a career in public safety, I say join us to build a safer Los Angeles. This is a time of great challenge, but a time of tremendous opportunity. Thank you again, Mayor Bass, for this honor and this privilege. I'm indebted to you. Thank you.
First is Mario with Fox, and then second is to Dave with the LA Times. Mario?
Yes, my question, I know this has been a months-long process. Has Jim McDonnell, I guess this is directed towards the mayor, has been a candidate, front runner since the beginning?
No, I don't think that would be accurate to say. I think that, first of all, the firm searched nationally. We had several candidates from other cities, and we had internal candidates. And I don't think that it would be accurate to say that anybody was an automatic front runner.
Next question to Dave, and then Carl with CBS.
Over the last several weeks, we've heard from women in the department who were very interested in greeting. We've heard from Latino advocacy groups who were very supportive of Bob Marcos and other finalists. Just this morning, I heard from someone who said she's very concerned about underrepresentation of Latinos in city management. Told me, I don't know what Latinos need to do to get a break in this town. What do you say to reassure those folks?
Well, first of all, let me just start at the issue of the chief of police. Our city has a lot of work to do to prepare to welcome the world. To me, what is most important, as I said from the beginning, is to keep the city safe. We need it, and I feel very confident in one of the top law enforcement professionals in our country who is willing to come back to the department and lead us in a time when the department internally needs to be transformed. The city needs to feel safe, and we need to prepare to welcome the world. And I feel very strong and confident in that decision. My whole life has been about inclusion. And one thing that I do very deliberately and very assertively is to make sure that there is representation everywhere. I think there's work that needs to be done in the LAPD. I have spent the last few months visiting almost every station and meeting with officers. There's a lot that needs to be done. I will continue to pay attention to representation, particularly with the Latino population, which we know is half of the city of Los Angeles. Thank you.
Next question, Carl with CBS.
Yes, sir, this is from McDonnell. You listed on your goals rebuilding public trust. Can you talk to us a little bit about the challenges you've seen in this area and some of the steps that you'll take as soon as you become chief?
Thank you for that question. Critically important to the LAPD, but to every police organization in America. We've been through a very rough period of time, and we're looking to move past that. The way to move past that is to re-engage with the community in a different way maybe than we have traditionally. One that we talk about partnership, collaboration, transparency, inclusion. One that we can work together with our communities to make them safer. When you think and you look across this country, there are about 800,000 police officers in America, serving a population of, 330 million people. When you do the math on that, that's less than 1/3 of 1% of our population is in charge with protecting everyone else. That's physically not possible to be able to do without that partnership, without the community getting involved, without the community realizing that they have a role in public safety as well. So I will go out, we will talk to everybody who will listen, we will engage, and I will listen to the concerns of every community in this city, and to be able to look across our country within policing for best practices elsewhere, to be able to take back to us what works elsewhere and try it out, be able to share what we have that's working with others, and to be able to move forward in a manner that we can look back on and say, you know what, we did all we could, and we're happy with the results. That's my goal, to be able to say that down the road. Thank you.
The question is Carlos with KCLA and then Nabor with LA Times. Chief McDonnell,
Okay.
welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's been a lot of complaints, and a huge topic of conversation is officer morale. Lately, talking about high stress, lack of staffing levels,
Right.
lack of support during critical incidents like officer-involved shootings. How do you change it?
Yeah, and that's going to be something that we deal with immediately, but something that is going to take a while to change. A big part of that morale is not enough people. We're down dramatically from where we should be, and at full deployment, LA is pretty light on deployment compared to other major U.S. cities. But we've been able to do it because of the work ethic, because of the coming from the heart, what officers do and get out there and try and take care of business and take care of the public each and every day. And so as we move forward, we're going to address that. We're not going to shy away from it. It is a critical issue for all of us. We're committed to dealing with that. One is replenishing the ranks, certainly. And the way to do that, morale, our best recruiters are our own people. And we need them to be proud of this organization and to be able to tell their friends, relatives, sons and daughters, this is a good job to come on. This is a great opportunity now in a time where we're moving ahead in a positive way. And so I look to engage on that level internally, to work with our internal employee organizations, and to be able to listen in the beginning as much as I can about what the concerns are, and then to address those as we move forward. None of us do this alone. We have to do it together, but working together we can accomplish a tremendous amount. Thank you for that.
Next question, Nabor, and then right here in black. Chief, when you were sheriff, you had numerous run-ins with the deputy union over your handling of discipline. I just wanted to know about your approach in your current position, or how you're going to approach officer discipline and accountability.
Yeah, I mean, a part of police legitimacy and our ability to be able to have the confidence of the public is for them to know that we're accountable to the public. We're accountable to very high standards. What we do is too important to society not to take it very seriously and to hold ourselves to the highest of standards. So as we move forward, we're going to, again, as I mentioned, work with our employee organizations to be able to get the issues on the table, look at them, address them, very forthrightly, and to be able to see where we're falling down, where we're doing well. Training goes a long way. Setting expectations very clearly go a long way. But I look at a very positive working relationship with our unions, with all of our employee organizations, and with our rank and file members, both sworn and professional staff, as we go forward. As I mentioned before, there's a lot weighing on where we come out on this. So time of tremendous opportunity for all of us, and that's the way we're going to approach it. in a very, very positive manner.
Thank you, Zach.
Steve?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. McDonnell. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
What I want to know is why you came out of
Don't say that, he might change his mind.
Last time I spoke to you, you seemed relatively content with your life.
Yeah.
You were at USC, you wrote books, you've been a consultant. Why are you bringing yourself back to the chaos?
Yeah. You know, that's I've been asked that question over and over again, and I've asked myself that question, and I really put a lot of serious thought and deliberation, talking with my family and deciding what's the next chapter for all of us. And the more I thought about where we are today in America, and I look around the country to see the challenges everyone's facing, and we saw post-2020 an awful lot of good, solid police leaders and good, solid police officers throughout the organization leave and retire because they were eligible to and move on to do something else. And I see an opportunity now to emerge from that period and to be able to move forward. And I feel like I still have gas in the tank, fire in the belly, if you will, and a desire to be able to try and be helpful. And hopefully I can take the experience that I have and be able to work with the men and women of the Los Angeles Police Department to be able to be a model, if you will, for the rest of the nation on what can be done. And a big part of that is community engagement. A big part of that is working on behalf of our personnel to ensure and to kind of address a prior question as well. The internal audience has worked very hard with questionable support in some cases, particularly as it relates to deployment. The ranks are down here, the ranks are down everywhere across America. So to be able to replenish those, there's a factor there where we have officers out there exposed every day to stress, to chronic trauma. They go from call to call to call on things that most people, if it happened and they saw it once in their life, they would never forget it and it would bother them. And we're asking our officers and our employees to go out and deal with those situations maybe multiple times in a shift. And so to deal with wellness issues for our employees, the exhaustion factor where we have fewer than we would like to have and they're being redeployed over and over again, those are things that I want to talk very, very upfront about and see what the solutions are, and not to try and do it in a vacuum, but to reach out to our own partners here, but also across the country for best practices and be able to do the very best we can for our people and for our communities.
Thanks, sir.
Last
thanks.
question is Sarah with NBC America.
At this point, I would like to ask you to Troy, how was your journey so far?
Good morning, everyone. So my journey was incredible. It was such a great experience, and as an assistant chief, you start to think that you really understand the organization and the complexities of being the chief of such an organization. I've learned so much. I'm grateful to the mayor and the commissioners and this city for giving me this opportunity. However, I think we're in great hands with Chief Jim McDonnell, and I'm excited and I'm very much looking forward to working with him. Thank you.
Next question, sorry, one more. KNX.
Hi, Jim. John Barrett, KNX.
Yeah, hi,
I was
John.
going to ask you why, too, because I've seen what the past two chiefs have gone through. What a tough job.
Yeah.
But we've got that happening. So my question is, you have this shortage of officers, big shortage. We know that departments across the country are facing this. I live in the South Bay. They're having a big problem. How are you going to recruit? What are you going to do to get more officers into the department?
Yeah, the mayor worked very hard when she first took office and dealt with the issues of a good contract for our employees. So that is a big deal stepping forward, and I'm honored to be coming in behind that on top of that. But to be able to address what their concerns are, the support that they feel that they need to be able to do the job well. As I mentioned earlier, the issues of exhaustion, the issues of the chronic exposure to severe trauma, all of the human factors that need to be addressed in a way that is meaningful. Across the country, we're seeing a greater awareness for the need for wellness programs to be able to deal with officers and our employees as people first, and to be able to move forward so that they're dealt with in a respectful way, so we can expect they in turn will treat the public in that same respectful manner. And so we're gonna reach out. Everybody wants to be with a winner. We want to be that winner moving forward so that we can attract people to this profession that are the best and the brightest available. And I feel very positive about our ability moving forward to be able to do that.
Let me respond to
Thank
that
you.
also.
Sure.
Let me say that we did start early on, as the chief mentioned, to do a very serious recruitment campaign. And I'm happy to say that we have developed a lot of recruits, over 1,000. But let me just be honest and say that we have had a challenge with the city's hiring process in terms of red tape. And so one of the things that we need to do is to make some changes in the hiring process to speed it up so that officers don't get, or rather recruits, don't get frustrated through the process and then go work for other departments. So we can improve the hiring process and not lower the standards. I think that the chief has a pool of recruits chomping at the bit to be LAPD officers. We just have to clear up this area of red tape. In my almost 2 years here, even when it comes to the issue of addressing homelessness, you've heard me say many times that the red tape and the bureaucracy is a hindrance in many instances for us getting the job done. This is another example. We're going to address that and make sure that we are able to successfully expand the department.
Thank you so much, everybody.